Hi, it's Kathy with this week's Messages from the Trees. This one was fun. It was really fun. And the message is about big shifts coming. And the shifts aren't necessarily good or bad. They're just coming. It's like vertical sheer shifting. The message that came with it is to adopt childhood curiosity, kind of looking at it with an innocent heart, whatever the shifting is that's happening, instead of jumping to analysis and meaning, and just being really careful of identifying from a strategic mindset. What I mean by that is analyzing with logic that, oh, this is what this means and this is what I've got to do about it now. It's more just stay curious. Stay curious, and just like a child would, and that sees something new, maybe a sense of awe. But to stay in that childhood curiosity. I'm going to tell you a little story about what happened when I got this. It's actually right before the download. As I'm sitting here with this big tree, I'm outside of Wise River, Montana right now. Beautiful view in front of me. But I sat under this tree, and I heard roaring wind. I had my eyes closed, early entering in kind of a trance state. But first I thought it was a vehicle, but there's no roads here, so I knew that couldn't be it, but it was loud. And out in this meadow, and on the other side of this tree, and actually I'm going to shift so you can see what I'm looking at. You don't need to look at me while I'm talking. Okay. Hold on. It's coming. Maybe. Okay, so this is what I was looking at on the other side of this tree when I opened my eyes and heard this roaring. And out in that sagebrush, what I could see through this, right over this branch, is about maybe 50 yards out there, the sagebrush was just being whipped around by the wind, but in a very small area, maybe, 30 to 50 foot diameter. Like you would think of a dust devil doing, but there was nothing coming off of the ground. I could just see the sagebrush moving fast from this roaring little wind cyclone, and then it started moving towards me. And there was one voice in my head, like the know-it-all voice, saying, "Oh, look at that, spirits are visiting you in the forest." It sounded like a total ego statement. And then, another part of me was just like, "Oh wow, this is cool, just totally cool." And that felt like that more place of innocence, and it moved all the way to me under, and then it just kind of landed on this tree. Look up this tree so you can see how big this tree is that I'm sitting under. And as I looked to both sides of me, there's other trees here that I could gauge. They were not moving. It was very localized little, I call it a cyclone, but it was just burst of wind because nothing else was moving. And this is really a pretty view. I just wanted to show you everything I'm seeing. And then what I noticed is I heard red-tailed hawks. I look up and there's two red-tailed hawks kind of up in the sky in this direction. And then suddenly there's a raven right over my head. And it was just mysterious. It was really mysterious, and to me just really cool. I don't know what any of it for sure means. And I guess that's what the message felt like is don't jump to conclusions. Maybe that's it. Don't jump to conclusions on what everything means. Just maintain the childhood innocence and childhood curiosity. So that's what I'm trying to do with this experience. But I have to say it felt really cool. So I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll leave you with this view, and I will talk to you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.